the lotion and puts it in the basket. The basket, lotion, the basket, the lotion and puts it in the basket. It puts it on the skin. Lotion, the basket, the lotion and puts it in the basket. The basket, lotion, the basket, the lotion and puts it in the basket. It puts it on the skin. It puts it on the skin. It puts it on the skin, The basket, the lotion and puts it in the basket. Lotion, the basket, the lotion and puts it in the basket. The basket, lotion, the basket, the lotion and puts it in the basket. It puts it on the skin.
Good morning. That's my martial arts intro for this Thursday morning, Tracy. How do you feel about it?
That's what that was. I thought you were having a stroke.
No. Stroke is this. All I hear is Ramon in the back. That's a stroke. It's like this. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I got
yes,
you.
Got it. Thank you.
This
for clarification.
Come on. If I'm having a stroke, I'm not going to be doing this, right?
Seizure.
No, seizure is this. If I was having a seizure.
Starfire Nails says, my 11-year-old is homesick and asking, what is he doing? We don't know.
All you have to do is explain what I'm doing. Just explain, Starfire Nails. Just let your 11-year-old
There's
know.
no explanation. Like,
there
seriously.
Is. Just point or turn the volume up and have your 11-year-old just listen in. It's that simple.
Do not... What would this be? Bad association can spoil your son. So
no,
let him watch him.
Your child will respect you more, and your child will be like, Mom, I did not know you were so cool. And that's what you get. That's what you get. You're welcome, everybody. Hi, everyone. Today's the first day. This week I get to watch. Well, great to have you on, Angela, Henry. Happy Thursday, everyone. Scorching here this week. Yeah, SoCal Mandy. It was hot yesterday. I think it got into the in the high 80s, low 90s. It's heat wave is coming. Yeah. So and I say finally, because I don't like the cold at all. I like warm. I like hot. That's why I live here. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, I'm a baby. Yes, I complain about the cold and rain. And I've said this before, when it rains and it's touching like the back of my neck, I feel like it's acid. I'm like, I don't
because
like
you're
it,
the
Tracy.
wicked witch that melts the witch.
Oh, that's right. Is it water?
It's a good sign there, Habib.
Yes. Yeah. My 4-year-old was trying to sing the lotion basket song. Let's go, El Glover. It puts it on the skin.
Yeah.
Basket.
Next day, getting a call from the school. Ma'am, can we talk to you?
There's this one kid at our where we train jiu-jitsu. So I help teach like the kids class. So I've gotten to know a lot of the kids. And this kid he's 11, 6th grade, and super, super smart, bright kid, but like super troublemaker at school, right? Like his mom is telling me he's always getting into trouble, and his mom teaches there too, right? And so she's like, he's just, So
there, and your kid's a problem. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Super bright, but really like behavior issues, right? And so like he had brought in, he took one of those like state exams, and he was so proud because he came over and he showed me, and he's like, Habib. He's like, look, I he got like 99th percentile on this exam, right? So he's like super, super smart kid. So me and the other coaches like got him something. We were super stoked. And so I was like, hey, listen, like just if you, because his mom's like, teachers are always calling this issues, problems. I'm like, look, if your mom tells me that you're not causing issues at school, and I'm like, we're gonna support you. Like, we're gonna support you anyway. We're here, but like, dude, get your stuff together, and like, let's do stuff. Let's, I'll surprise you with some things. I wasn't like totally specific. Anyway, his mom came up to me yesterday, and she was like, I got a call from the school, and they were like we just wanted to call you because like we've had no issues with him. He's been extremely well behaved the last 3 weeks. He's like turning in his work, and I was like, oh my God, it's pretty cool.
That is really cool. The problem is that is very typical of very intelligent children, is they cause problems because they're bored. And most schools don't know how to keep up with them, and they don't know how to entertain them. They have this outline that they're doing, and you need to follow the outline, and he is bored to death because he's way past that outline. So it's a shame. This is one of the reasons why I put RJ in a charter school. Just because they worked with each student, it didn't matter individually, and they worked with whatever, he struggled in certain things, he excelled in certain things, and he actually got held back a year. Wouldn't turn his homework, wouldn't do this stuff. They thought he couldn't do a bunch of stuff. Sent him to Chrysalis, and he not only caught up, he surpassed.
Excelled.
So but it made a huge difference having a school that their rule was, no, it doesn't matter. Each student is an individual person.
Yeah. So. The especially now, you know what I mean? Like when you and I went to school, Trace, right? Or even when RJ went to school, it's like there wasn't this, maybe when RJ, maybe halfway through, when was RJ born?
92.
So like right at the beginning of the internet. So like when the internet was just starting, like my kids now, school has become, it's very different, right? Like, especially like compared to like when you and I went to school, because the access to information now is you can literally learn everything and anything. You're not dependent on school for information. Right. And, but the thing is the way that, to your point, the way that they judge kids in a traditional school system is like, we're going to give you a test, and like you have to turn in your homework, you're going to get tests. And if you don't, you fail. And then that means that you are X, you're labeled because of that, and then someone like RJ, or even like this kid that, he doesn't turn his stuff in and he has behavioral issues, but then he takes the state test and he just smashes it. It's like, obviously he's not, and he's totally like ADHD, like super hyper kid. Right. Like, and I was too. And so was Greg. We were super hyper. I'm still super hyper. That hasn't changed, but, no. I mean, there's so many things that need to change, but the good news is now today, there are other outlets for information. That's why when my kids are like, I don't understand this. I'm like, let's look it up. And we go to YouTube, and then they'll show up methods of like how to do something, or research. Research is like so different now than it was when we were in school. And if you want to learn something, I always tell my kids, I'm like, if you want to learn something, don't depend on school for that information. Just go get it yourself. Like there's outlets everywhere, find it. You want to learn how to play the guitar. You don't have to do the guitar program at your school. Just grab it. We'll get a cheap little guitar that you can practice with, and turn on YouTube. That's how you learn, Yeah. So, you're on the TV. So I already tried explaining, but star power nails. That's hilarious. I met with a salon owner yesterday, and I am taking my step towards being a professional nail tech, and I'm extremely scared but super excited. Acidicles, let's go.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
That is huge.
New adventure.
What? Yeah, new adventure. That is massive. And anything that is new like that, like a big change, it is always going to be scary and exciting at the same time. There's no way around it, right? It's like you're super excited, but it's super scary. That's the fun of it. I'm excited for you. Habib, I need you to come talk to my 14-year-old. Put him on. Have him listen to us here for a few days, and then maybe he'll get worse. So apologies. Yes, Tracy, that's what happened with my son. Yeah. It's very common. It's super common. It is.
Yeah. Well, and schools, at least when RJ was, I'm speaking kind of, it's been a while, But schools really had you thinking that they had a lot of power. Like I see someone saying, my grandson's having a problem with the teacher. RJ had a problem with the teacher. She had decided that he needed to go into a special program because he wasn't learning fast enough. If we asked him to do this or that, he can't do it. And I'm like, hold it. He's known that since before he went to school. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. What happens when you ask him to the side, not in front of everybody? Because he was very shy. Well, I've never done that. He needs to be able to do it in front of people. And I'm like, fortunately, I had clients that were teachers, and I would talk to them, and they're like, you pull him out of her class. I'm like, well, they say that there's not enough room. They're like, they don't have an option. They're trying to make it sound like they have options. You are the parent. You are the taxpayer. You're telling them that you're moving his class. Yeah. And I did. And oh my God, she was so pissed. But fortunately with that clientele of teachers, I realized that parents have a lot of say, but the schools make you feel like you don't.
You don't. Yeah. No, that's very true. That still goes today. Like, it was funny because the school would say you because Mila had a pretty difficult teacher last year. They were like, you cannot move, you can't switch, but then we saw like 4 kids switch in the year, and we're like, what? It's you have to press. You have to press hard.
And I'm sorry, teachers, I bless them, because I could never do what they do.
Oh man.
The patience in that. But sometimes you don't click, even with kids. I not clicked with certain kids. Like, I just don't like that kid. I don't know what it is about him. I don't like him, so I moved him. He did great. That teacher loved him. He was,
huge difference.
Bloomed, huge difference.
Yeah.
But, but it doesn't look good for a teacher to have a kid pulled. And that was the whole thing.
Yeah. 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 You just got to do what's right for your kid. That's it. From Constanzalade, what should we look for in a salon after just getting licensed, or what would be a red flag for a salon? It's a great question.
Oh, both sides of it. What should you look for and what are red flags? So what you want to look for coming out of school is, first of all, you got to decide, do I want to do commission? Do I want a booth rent? Do I want a salary? Once you get kind of that decision, you're going to start looking for salons that offer those type of opportunity. When you walk into a salon, you want to look, is it busy? You don't have clientele yet. You want a salon that's fairly busy, because then they can feed you the clientele that you need. You want a salon that markets themselves, Instagram, Facebook, all that, the different social media aspects. You want a salon that is clean, huge, clean.
Yeah, that's
you want a salon that there doesn't seem to be drama. Now, you put a bunch of people in a room together, there's going to be drama, unavoidable. But red flag for me is when I would go in and you talk to a salon owner looking into the job, and they start talking smack about people. Well, that girl doesn't, and this person and that person. Red flag, huge red flag. The red flag also, salon owners want you to do things on the side. Well, you're going to be commission, but you're going to do this, and we're going to get around that because they don't want to. We're going to call you a booth renter because they don't want to pay taxes.
That's
anything.
Huge.
Yes, and they do it a lot. Red flag if you're going into a booth rental situation. Once the owner starts telling you, you can't come in these days, you can't. We're closed from this time to this time. You don't have keys. That's not booth rent. That's a red flag. So, you can't judge it completely in a 15, 20-minute interview. But those are things to look for.
Yeah, that's funny that you said that. I was going to mention that too, Tracy. Like, if the owner is like, well, so you're going to be renting a booth, but I don't want you using these products. I only want you using these products, and the doors are open from this time to this time. So like, that's all, like, you can't do that. If you're booth renting, it's like you should have access.
The one I see a lot too, Habib, is, okay, so you're going to be your booth rent. This is your weekly or monthly amount. And then it's also this much commission.
Yeah.
What?
Sketchy.
What? Or, and some people do this, but I don't like the ones that go, your commission and salary, and you need to purchase your own products.
Yeah. That's again, so, and for those that don't know what we're talking about, what we're saying is you're either an employee or you're not. So, and the difference is that if you're an employee, and this is, again, you have to look at whatever state you're in, the rules that define employee versus independent contractor. But, in California, it's like, if you're an employee, there's more control the employer has. Like, I can tell you what times you need to be at work. I can tell you, this is what you're going to be using. These are the products, all of that stuff. Right. And then, but your pay is a little bit more guaranteed versus independent contractor. It's like you're leasing the space, pay your rent on these days, and you pretty much do what you want. You can't mix and match the two,
Yeah.
So,
and it's not always that the salon owner's trying to be shady. They're just really don't know. I mean, a huge, I've talked to a state board, or actually sometimes at the shows, there would be tax people there. And they said that a huge percentage of people that think they're booth renting are not booth renters. They are an employee.
Yeah.
And so it's not always on purpose. It's just not enough knowledge.
Yeah, that's right. At the salon I work at, we get paid for the hours we have clients, and not for the hours we don't. I am considered an hourly employee. It's $15 an hour unless I make commission. That's bizarre.
Yeah, they're trying to get the best of all the worlds. And I won't say that it's not legal because I would not speak to that. But
we don't know the laws of that.
Yeah. Or where you are. But if you're typically, from my understanding, if you're an hourly employee and you're expected to be at work, you're working.
You're working. Yeah. I would look into that, Marty Nicole, not to cause issues or troubles, but the way that my understanding is that, like, if you're, I don't know that you can do, you only get paid for when people walk in the door, unless it's like in your contract. Again, you have to look at your state. I don't know the laws of your state. So again, that's why I say I don't want to cause issues and controversy or problems with your salon. And maybe it might be legit. You have to look into it. I would, if that were me, I would just look into it first and just verify, okay, this is all good. And if it is, cool, you're good. And then that's the deal. But
if it is, cool. And if you're happy, cool. If you're not happy with it,
then
not
you
cool.
gotta go. Yeah. You gotta either negotiate a change or go to a different salon. What's that, Trace?
Why is Designs by C's just now following us?
That's awesome. It's like a remote situation.
It's right there. It's right there.
Yeah, that's like a Ramon situation. Remember Ramon didn't follow
us? No, don't give him excuses. Shut your mouth, Ramon. Shut your mouth.
You guys see?
You just answered.
You all see the dark side right there. That's the dark side of Tracy. You saw that?
That's not even close to the dark side of Tracy. I did see that someone says that they're missing their jellies from their order. Just give us a call. Yeah. Or email Anna@youngnos.com. Take care of you right away.
Don't worry about it. Good morning, all. Doing a weed and Chanel set. Nice, Boho Bell. Post it on Discord. We want to see it.
Weed and Chanel. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want to see it. Post it on Discord, please. I had so many ideas for the jellies that I have no idea what I'm going to do with it now. That's awesome. Sometimes that's the case, right? Like you're
so the case.
Yeah. What's up, Maddie? Good morning. Let's see here. Oh, you're in Oregon. Okay, she's in the state. So you got to look up. You need to look up the whatever those laws are for the state of Oregon, and you gotta. I would do research. That's all I'm saying. I would check into it.
And again, it might be complete. If it's not legal, it could be a completely innocent, thing for the owner. It's so confusing. It can be very, very confusing.
No, for sure. Like, so as an owner of a business, right? I will say this, like, that is more often the case than not, Tracy, is that just the owner, they just don't know, and they're like, cool, let's make it, if you're working, you pay her, they just don't know. And I would always lean to the benefit of the doubt. I think it's just a conversation of like, hey, I want to have a conversation. I was doing research and I saw that, the way that my employment was set up, I don't know that it was set up correctly. I would start with a conversation like that, give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, if they come back at you and they're like, no, not changing anything, I don't care what research then it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Some things need to happen.
Yeah, you'll know right away whether they knew or not, because they usually will get, you'll know. You'll know.
Tracy, can you use fiber gel as your base for the full cover tips with gel and then popping them off?
So use fiber gel
as your base.
And then you're going to do a pop off? You want it just to
with
be
gel.
there?
And yeah. I don't know why. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would imagine it would work. I would try it out.
But why? Why would you? I don't understand. Why would you do that? This is my question, SoCal Mandy. By the way, I'm just confused. Me being a beginner, I'm just confused. Why would you do that?
Yeah, and you might have a hard time building up the amount you need just using the fiber gel.
But why would you use it as a base for the full cover tips and then pop them off? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she just wants to use the fiber gel because it's amazing.
So, Mandy, can you explain further? I want to get an understanding. Understand.
Oh, so you don't have the same color base. Okay, so what you're saying is you want to use it literally as the gel base, then use the builder gels and pop it. No, do not use fiber gel as a base to your hard gels. I wouldn't. If I was desperate, maybe, like I literally realized I didn't have any base and I wanted something. But no, I would just go and use the clear base if you don't have the color base. And then
you don't have the color base. Right. Okay. Otherwise, you just use concealer peach, concealer pink.
Yeah.
Right. Base.
Yeah.
Okay. Tracy caught me, designed by C says. No, he said he was testing, by the way. Sure, C's.
Mm-hmm. My pleasure.
Wifey saw Karen's new nails and now she wants them. Maybe tomorrow we'll post a new set. Nice, D Zenitron. We want to see it.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Those were beautiful.
Oh, that's very sweet, Anna K42. Habib, my son says he's sorry for your dog and he really liked him. Thank you. That's very, very sweet. That's very sweet.
So
I know. We had to sadly we had to put down our dog, Mr. Sugar Puff. Poor guy. He was, what's funny too is like we were looking at videos from like 6 months ago and he was just like running and active and we were like, wow. Like, and then to the end, it's funny, like day to day, you don't notice it until like you see him one day and you're like, he's like super slow and he was like super skinny and wasn't eating, and you realize, wow, that it just happens like so fast. I'm glad it happened faster and didn't drag out, but the poor guy had cancer and it took its toll. And before it got like really bad, we let the guy rest. But very, very sad. He was a big part of our family. Tracy knew him too. Tracy invented baby time with Sugar. She would flip him over and then that's all Mavette did. Like she would take him and walk around the house with him right here,
Yeah. What's cool about it is he would wrap his little paws around your hand.
Oh, he would. You go like this and he would just go like that.
Yeah.
He's a good dog. But thank you for that. That's very sweet. Tell your son thank you. I'm currently hiring commission-based employees for my first salon. I plan to provide all products they will be using. Nice. But how much is too much, too little product supplies? What is necessary and not? Great question, Vicky C. It's
a very good question.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really box people in onto how much product they're going to use because it's always going to differ. You just need to give them enough product to do the clients. So you're making your money. If you're asking about percentages, there's typically 40-60. I see a lot.
Commission split?
Yeah, commission split, 40 to the tech, 60 to the salon. However, my recommendation, and this is strictly my opinion, if you want to keep people long-term, you're better to do a 60-40 opposite way. 40% to you, 60% to your tech, because if a tech isn't making enough and they start building a clientele, then they realize I could be getting 100% of this, right? Which we want them to grow. So don't get offended. Right. You move on. You want it where like they feel like, you know what? I really like it here. My supplies are taken care of. I make a good income. I don't have to think. I'm staying right here. Yeah. You got to, or you start at 46, you can always flip it as they progress and get better.
Right. I was going to say that.
A little incentive for them. But one thing, remember, people will move on, and that is a huge compliment to you. You grew them, you made them stronger, you made them confident. Let them move on. And
if they want to move on.
If they want to move on. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and so like I've had conversations with nail techs that are on 60-40, and they've literally said, I know I can make more money if I go, but they're like, I don't want, I remember this conversation specifically at a show. She was like, I make great money. Everything I take home is mine. I don't have to worry about inventory. I don't have to worry, like everything is taken care of, products, the lights, the rent, like I just show up, do my work, I get 60% and I go home, and I love it. And so there are a lot of people like that. And I like what you said, Tracy, starting somebody off in the beginning, from the very beginning, if they're building, it's like you 40-60 and then 50-50 and then 60-40, build up to that.
Now, if they got a good clientele, I wouldn't start with the max. You want them in a busy salon's a good salon.
Exactly. And the way, like, here's the thing too, this is where if I was a commission salon, I would really master marketing and social media, because if you are the driver, if you're the promoter and you're bringing the clients in and your nail techs don't have to like do any of that work, and obviously if they want to post, let them post. It promotes the salon. I've seen some where some salons are like, you can't post, because they're scared of like taking clients, which is insane. But if you become a master at doing your job, which is promoting the salon, and like, if you take care of them, you just, eventually get them to 60-40, I think you're going to be good. And then in terms of the product, it's some techs are going to, it depends on what services they're doing too, right? I mean, initially it's like you set up what type of services is your salon going to do? You're going to do gel, acrylic, what's the market want? All those things you have to look at. And then in the beginning, it's like you invest in inventory, and then as you go, you're going to start to figure out what products are needed, but in the end, it's kind like you don't know in the beginning. If you're just opening a salon, you just have to make sure that the stations are stocked and you have inventory. And then from there you go. I mean, there's no other way to do it.
Yeah. And, a red flag, because they were asking about a red flag, is what you just said, Habib. If I went into a salon and they told me I wasn't allowed to have my own social media, I'd be out, because a lot of those salons that say that don't have good social media.
Right.
They're gonna, but they don't, and you can't do it yourself. Forget it.
I'm telling you, if I had a salon, man, oh my God. I'd be every single day would be shooting the techs, would encourage the techs to be posting their work. I would be, making sure to grab all the work, be posting, like it would just be insane. Like I would make sure it is the most well-known, it's just posting, and also not posting deals like, oh, today it's this discount. No, I'll be posting the nails and talking about the techniques and talking about how we're cleanliness and like, just the value that they're going to get. You know what I mean? Like educating my local clients on the nail services, the styles, the trends, colors, all that stuff. It'd be fun. I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? People to look at your Instagram and feel the vibe right from that.
They got to feel the vibe. Yeah.
Like feel connected to that salon before they ever walk into the salon.
Hey guys, I'm new here. I love the show so far. Thank you. Was curious, do you guys have any quick tips and ideas on how you can help build deeper relationships with your clients that works well for you guys? So really building deeper relationships with your clients. I think this is a really good question.
It is a good question. What I'm curious is what you mean by a deeper relationship. For me, I wanted to get along with my clients. We had fun. We laughed. We joked. They left. They gave me money. I went home. I didn't want a deeper relationship than that.
Yeah.
Because it gets complicated. And it's I have a family I want to go home to. They have a family they want to go home to. Now, if you're meaning how do you find a connection while your client's sitting there, because you get a lot of personalities, a lot of backgrounds, and you kind of have to become, when in Rome, you have to find some form of connection. So you have a vibe, and most clients, you can find that. You can find a common ground. You can find something to talk about or something to listen to. Now, I had one client, I could not. There was no connection there. I don't know what it was. And she didn't end up staying. And I was cool with it because it was kind of this is awful. This sounds awful. And every time she walked into the door, I'd say, hi, how are you? Who are you here for? I couldn't even remember her.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know what it was. And so, she was quite younger and I don't know why. That was the only client but a deep relationship I wasn't looking for. I was looking for a very superficial, happy relationship at the salon.
Yeah, I think my interpretation is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Marcus, but I don't know if the meaning is like I want to have a deep, relationship with my client. I think it's what you said. Connection. Like, how do I connect more with because you can have a really good connection without having a deep relationship, and then obviously if you're providing insane customer service, but having that connection with your client, I think a lot of that is like, probably less talking, a lot of listening. And
I was just going to say that's exactly.
Yeah. Like just really listening in and honing in on your client and understanding, at the base level, it's like, take care of them, make sure their nails are amazing, treat them well, very, the way that you talk to your clients and giving them phenomenal customer service is a start. And then listening, I think the nail business is very unique in that it is a different kind of service business. It's very intimate, hair and nails and skin and, all of these they're very intimate. You're touching your client, you're sitting in front of them for, maybe an hour a day. It's very, very different. So sitting, listening, and just kind of like honing in on those cues. I think that's a good start.
And you'll find as you get more experienced in it, some clients just want you to listen. And then some clients want to hear about your day. So you just kind of ramble and you talk and they enjoy that. Some clients don't want to talk. My favorite type of client, because you can just focus on working. And, I think we talked about this one time on a biz talk, Habib. There's a hairdresser I follow on TikTok.
Oh, sorry, it's Lindy. Oh.
Sorry, go ahead, Trace.
No worries. And she literally, she literally asked new clients and I forget how she says it, but it was so good. Do you want an interactive appointment or would you like a relaxation appointment? What is the difference? Relaxation is I realize you don't want to talk. You just want to sit there and unwind. Perfect. Or would you like conversation? And I thought that's
amazing.
Yeah. Brilliant. Because immediately I'd be like, relaxation.
Yeah. That's what I would take too.
Different. So
yeah, very smart. I found a school I want to go to get licensed. They let you do your own hours to practice, so it works for my busy schedule. What would be a red flag for us? What would be a red flag for a school?
All of them. I think before we go into red flags is just realizing what 99% of the schools are, right? 99% of the schools aren't going to be very fancy. They're not going to be all that helpful when actually teaching you skills to do salon. They're going to be about sanitation. They're going to be about the things that they have to worry about to get you to pass state board, which is fine. So knowing that, a red flag for me would be an expensive place. I'd find the cheapest possible because you're going to walk away with the same knowledge.
Yeah.
You're going to get your knowledge passed. Always double check to make sure that school is approved by state board. You're not going to get a surprise at the end that, all those hours you put in don't count. And kind of, if you have multiple choices, then I would also go by cleanliness and stuff like that. Sometimes it's not like there's a school on every corner in most places. So there's not really much to pick from.
Yeah. Maybe a red flag would be if the price was through the ceiling. You know what I mean? Because obviously you're there to just get your information, get your hours, and then pass the board, and then you're off and running. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. What is a suitable size for an enclosed nail booth for manicure services?
Enclosed?
Yeah. So I guess if you're in a room or something. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be all that big, but you want to be comfortable. You want your client to be comfortable, and it depends what you're going to put in that room. Are you looking to put a throne and, all that
for manicure services?
Yeah, it doesn't have to. If you think about that, I had 4 tables and a separate room for pedicures in a 500 square foot place, plus a reception, a lounge area for them to sit. It's not a whole lot of space.
Yeah.
But you don't want to feel crowded. You don't want your clients to feel claustrophobic. I really couldn't put a size to it. You can make a lot of small spaces work.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a 10 in 500 square feet. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. And you saw pictures. It was roomy.
That's crazy.
Very open, as far as what I put in there was very open and welcoming, but yeah, you just maximize as much all the space that you have.
Because what is that, like a 10 foot by 10 foot, a 10 foot by 10 foot room? I can't think right now. I'm not even going to try to do math, so let's just pass. I'm a beginner nail tech. I was offered 30% for service and a 1-year contract. Should I accept? And I don't remember about commission. That sounds like commission, 30%. I think that's a commission deal, right? So
she's being offered 30% of the amount she set amount. Is that?
Yeah, it looks like it.
$100, she would get $30.
Yeah.
Commission.
Yeah, it's commission. That's commission.
70-30 commission.
Yeah.
Not that great, but maybe when you're first starting out.
If you're a beginner and you're learning, a 1-year contract, I would look at it as what
they're offering on the side. They're going to help you. They're going to teach you, the added bonuses to it. And then I'd also look at the average price per service.
Yeah, exactly.
And figure your 30% off of that. And okay, that's what you're going to be making. How much are you making in a day?
Yeah. Because if, let's say the average price is $50 per service, right? You're making $15 per service. So if you're doing a service an hour, you're basically making $15 an hour for the next year. it really depends, if, I don't know. That seems like a long time.
Well, it does, because a lot of times too, you have a full clientele probably off the bat. So
you're not, yeah, for sure. So this is like a way to practice, right?
Yeah. So then you're not making, what I would say, you got to figure out if you can live off that. What are the side benefits to it? Like, this amazing person's going to teach me how to do nails, help me build my clientele, and then I get to go up in percentages. Is there something at the end of the tunnel? And then does that work for you?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the key there is that you're a beginner, and, I know I'll take if I'm a beginner in anything, just to learn, I will give up a lot, just to be. So I think that's a huge thing, right? If this is a salon, like you said, Tracy, I think that's huge. Are they going to mentor you, teach you, really be behind you with technique, show you how to build, how to, all the, like, if you're going to really learn, then that's a great trade-off. If they're just like, look, you got to figure it out, and you got to pick up on that vibe, and see. And then also, I don't know where you are, but 1-year contract, I don't know. That's a trade-off for me. It's like, if I know I'm going to go somewhere and I'm going to learn, and then I'll take very little pay if I'm going to like learn. And then I know at a 1-year mark, I'm going to be off to the races. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the contract, if you can even do that.
I don't know.
You got to look into it. I don't know. I tied myself down for a year. Ask around. There might be, you'll know people that have been in that salon. If you know that they got a lot of turnaround and a lot of people are miserable, I probably would not connect myself for a year to them.
Do some research.
It just depends. And what a good deal to me is, what I'll accept. It might be, everybody has to make that own decision. Does it work for you? Is that part of your plan?
Yeah. I saw a video of someone using a base gel and curing with a full cover tip over. Could this be done for a temporary set and taken off in 2 weeks or so?
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Fiber gel works great for it.
For that, yeah.
Tracy
did a video. She just did a Watch Me Work doing that method, Lillian Brown. It's a recent video. I think in the last week it posted. Go check it out on YouTube. Sorry. Hello, everyone. It's bright, sunny here in Montana. Nice. Let's see. How long have y'all been live? We've been live for 47 minutes. I'm supposed to be paying my cable Wi-Fi bill. I'm sitting in my recliner listening and talking to y'all instead. That can wait. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Does it matter which base I use on just a regular gel polish service? Well, you need gel polish base. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's really what you need. Can you use regular Synergy base?
Yes, you can. Melissa, that's what she actually uses as a base for. Now, you cannot soak those off.
Yeah,
so
right.
You remove with acetone, you want to use a gel base. You can use a hard gel base.
Right, exactly. Just starting out as a nail tech at age 40, would you recommend working in a salon first or taking the leap into renting my own suite? Great question. Congratulations also to you, Maracle 17.
I didn't hear the question, but before we get there, hey, Caesar, it's not the Watch Me Work. It's the Real Time with Katie, the one I did.
Sorry.
I didn't think about it either. And now, what was the question?
The question was, just starting out as a nail tech at age 40, would you recommend working in a salon first or taking the leap into renting my own suite?
Some people will not agree with me on this. I highly recommend that you go into a salon first.
Why?
I've seen it multiple times. people who take that leap and go and they have no salon experience. It's a different world. And they go into just owning a business.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it work. My experience is I haven't seen it work because they don't have the knowledge. I thank God that I didn't do that. I was in salon for 3 years. I got the experience from my coworkers, amazing group. I learned what I would want in a salon, what to expect out of a salon. A lot of people that come straight into salon, especially if they're, going to hire people, they have these. It's kind of like this contract and this, and the beauty industry is just not like that. It's a little more fluid. And also, if you're going to have other people working under you, if they know you don't have experience, they're not going to listen to you. I've seen it. My cousin bought a salon. She's not even a hairdresser or nail tech. She bought a salon. I'm like, why are you doing that? It didn't work. She's like, nobody listens to me. I'm like, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Now,
sorry, just one quick comment on that. It's so interesting and funny how you have this impression of if I'm the owner, people will listen to me, and it's just not true at all. It's not true at all. Yeah. Sorry. Continue, Trace.
That being said, I'm not saying 100% across the board that can't work. I'm just saying it's super, super beneficial to get that experience from your coworkers, having the help when you're first starting, like you're in the middle of a set and you're just like, I'm stuck. And you go, hey, Habib, can you come over here and look at this and get advice from Habib? And then I had the situation where clients weren't happy and my coworkers sat there and let me watch them do nails on what I was having problems with, sat there and watched me do a client and walked me through it. It's that experience.
Huge. Yeah. Dealing with issues, you know what I mean? And dealing with problems and issues, real client situations, and seeing that right before your eyes and how it's done. You trying to figure that out on your own, starting out from the beginning. Oh my God. I mean, when my mom, started Young Nails, literally zero experience, right?
Yeah.
Now, but here's the thing, Tracy, it would have what's that?
Bad for a while, right?
Oh my God. It took us 13 years to become profitable. Think about that. 13 years of losing money, debt, creditors calling, because had zero clue or idea how to deal with situations. Now, not that my mom would have done this, right? Because at that time, my mom was 49 years old, so she was like, I'm not going to go work for somebody. But doing an internship or working at a nail company or just seeing things a little bit from the inside first, or just any business, right? Just to get some experience would have been beneficial. But for a salon, it's way more realistic to do that. In a regular business, it's kind of hard, not as easy, but you have that opportunity in the salon world for sure.
And it's not just the help on how to do things. It's also, I would have underpriced myself. I would have
right.
The pricing. They're like, no. I was a booth renter. I could have done what I wanted. No. You're not doing us. This is where you should be. This is what you should be doing. This is how you promote yourself. I would have been not making one. And you know how hard it is to go backwards to try to up your prices when you're way underpricing yourself. So like I said, not 100% across the board. It can't work. It's just, it's rare. Oh, we got some bits. Sorry.
Nice.
Right,
no,
guys,
please.
10 bits. Just call me Boo. 10 bits. Thank you. Starfire Nails, 100 bits. Miss Net in with another 11 bits. Please just call. We're behind. Just call me Boo. Another 10 bits. Miss Net, 10 bits. Thank you. Thank you
guys so much. And starting Monday, Ramon, correct me if I'm wrong.
He has a thumbs up.
Okay. Starting Monday, we are going to be doing channel points. So being on the stream, hanging out on the stream, any contributions that you feel like you can earn channel points. We're going to be doing a lot. It's going to be a lot of fun, very interactive, a lot of cool stuff, and a lot of custom things that you can win. And in addition to that, also, I want to do just separate, like just giveaways as well. So a lot of this, we're just starting it out. We're going to be testing, playing, but it is moving in that direction. We're excited about it on Monday. So it'll be really cool.
Excited.
Yes.
With 12 and Crystal Glitterbug with 10.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Let's see, maybe for all of you that are starting, I would ask for what Trace is saying. I value myself and explain to the salon that once I grow and get better, I won't leave. I would stay and keep putting in the work. Yeah, I think that's good. I think it's have that kind of communication, like start me off here. As I get better, can we increase, as I improve, if you see me improving. And I think having that open communication is huge.
Those are awkward conversations, Habib.
Of course.
And some things like that is play it out before you ever get there. Asking, have your family member, friends sit there and go, okay, I'm gonna walk through this with you. So because a lot of times we do that when we're actually in front of the person and we don't ask those important questions. Write them down so you don't forget them. Like questions, they're not going to get offended. Actually, they'll probably like that you're.
Yeah, I've found. Any conversations that deal with money, in any business, people hate those conversations, and it gets very, very awkward, right? And I used to be that way. I did. I hated talking about money, and then I did it so much because of our business. I didn't have a choice. It was like, if I don't have these conversations, we are screwed. And I was forced to have them, and it got to a point where the awkwardness went away. I don't care. I just throw it out there now. Like, let's talk. It's very comfortable and normal, today. But I love that, Tracy, because I will do that. If there's like a tough conversation that needs to happen on my drive, I will practice by myself in my car, making sure it comes off, my tone, the way I say something. I think those little things are so huge. Just like the way I deliver a sentence in a very difficult conversation is important. And so I practice it and I hear it out loud to make sure that I'm conveying the message, correctly with the right intention. I think that's huge.
And this is a great opportunity to see a red flag. If they get defensive or something like that, it's not the place probably for you.
Not the place.
They might not have the answer at the moment, and that's okay. They may say, what? Great questions. Let me get back to you. Totally acceptable. They may have just never had the conversation brought up to them before. They've never had to outline it before. And that's okay. But if it's defensive, like, then it's like, no.
Yeah, that's exactly correct.
Miss Net, more bits, and SoCal Mandy, 5 bits.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Miss Net. Thank you, SoCal Mandy. Online nail program for licensing. I think, hold on, let me just check here. Sorry. Yeah, would you recommend an online nail program to get your license? I don't know of one that exists. Do you, Tracy?
I think they were doing some when COVID hit. I think you still do some in. So they may be, COVID opened a whole new world to a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true.
So some may have been able to keep it. It depends on the state, if that's acceptable. Heck, I would love to be able to do all the theory at least from home.
If it's possible, yeah. And if you actually could get a license doing it, I think that's great. And then she also added to do the online nail program while also learning from YouTube and working on friends and family in a practice hand. Yes, 100%. 100%. That's all good stuff.
What I'd say, always so important, make sure it's accredited school. So if they have a program like that and maybe sounds a little too good to be true, check with your state board and make sure.
I just got all the items I ordered from the sale and I'm in love with everything. Fell in love with the polishes. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you. The polishes are really, really good quality. And the only reason why we do those insane deals is just because the branding, we changed the branding on our polishes. They're now, YN, Young Nails. It's the same formula. Those have the caption branding. It's the same polish, but you guys get to benefit from it. We like to run those deals to go through some of the inventory, but you get to put it in your hands and try it. They're great colors though, and it's amazing. Habib, you need to open a salon. No. 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 We did look into it. Like Greg and I looked into it like probably 10 years ago. We seriously looked into opening a salon, but it's a different world. It is a completely different business. It's a different world. I know manufacturing, I know products, service business, totally, could I do it? Yes. I feel like, if I'm like fully dedicated, I'm going to figure it out. Right. And it would be sick. I know it would be fun. But no, this business is plenty for me. I'm happy with this business. I'm socially awkward, so it is stressful for me to have to interact. Totally understand, Michelle Rose. And that's the thing. You can, like, if you're an introvert, but you love nails, you know what I mean? There's going to be some clients that are going to be for you and some clients that are not going to be for you. And in the reverse is the same. If you're an extrovert, there's going to be some clients that are for you, some clients that are like, I just, she's just too chatty for me. I want to just go and chill. That's why I think it's going to be fine, because you will find your clientele. You're going to find the clientele that you vibe with, that loves the fact that maybe it's more chill and quiet, and they can go and just enjoy their service. So you don't have to be all like spazzy like me,
And do what I did. I just got a bunch of people that are completely more entertaining around me as techs, and entertained by them. Didn't have to worry about it.
That's funny.
Bits. Jamie H won 20 bits, and Michelle Rose 26 bits. Just Call Me Boo back in with the 12 bits. Starfire Nails 5 bits. Michelle Rose 14 bits. Jamie H won 5 bits. Oh my God!
Wow! My gosh! And I just want to say, if whoever's following us on YouTube, if you watch us on YouTube, starting Monday, I would maybe give Twitch a shot, because if you're watching us on Twitch, you'll be able to earn channel points, and then you'll be able to like turn those in for fun things. We'll talk about it on Monday a little bit more, but I think, just to give it a shot. Obviously, if you like YouTube, that's cool. You can. That's why we stream on both. But there are going to be some different fun activities that you'll be able to interact with us in a different way if you are on Twitch. So think about creating a Twitch account. Think about coming over to Twitch, because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Starfire now says, "Can you still call me Shawnee Starfire?" Absolutely.
Yes, Shawnee Starfire.
Actually, I have to stop myself every time I look at the.
To me, it's Shawnee Starfire. It's Starfire Nails is still awesome, but I know you as Shawnee Starfire, exactly.
And just call me back in with another 10 bits, Miss Net, another 10 bits.
You guys,
5 bits. Shawnee Starfire, another 5 bits. Gosh, I'm running out of breath.
I know you guys are absolutely going off. Appreciate it, huge. Guys, we do have to go. It is 9:37, and there's another meeting that I have to get to. But tomorrow we will be on Discord at 9 a.m. Tracy, in case you didn't know that, we're going to be on Discord. Okay.
Okay.
Join us on Discord. We're going to be on for about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. Come hang out with us on Discord. We're going to do live on stage in Discord, and bring your questions. Hang out with us. I can't wait. Have an amazing Thursday, and we'll see you on Discord tomorrow, and then channel points on Twitch starting on Monday. We'll see you then. Have a good one.
Bye.
lotion, lotion, the basket, basket, the lotion and puts it in the basket, basket, lotion, lotion, the basket, basket, the lotion and puts it in the basket. It puts it on the skin, lotion, lotion, basket, basket, the lotion and puts it in the basket, basket, lotion, lotion, the basket, basket, the lotion and puts it in the basket. It puts it on the skin. It puts it on the skin. It puts it on the skin, on the skin. The basket, basket, the lotion and puts it in the basket. Lotion, lotion, the basket, basket, the lotion and puts it in the basket. Basket, lotion, lotion, the basket, basket, the lotion and puts it in the basket. It puts it on the skin.